Good day, grade 12 learners. Welcome to today's tourism lesson. My name is Evans Mabonya. This lesson is brought to you by the Gauteng Department of Education in collaboration with Saibono Discovery Center. During this lesson, if you happen to have questions, please, you can text us on WhatsApp on this number 079 578 2908. In case you have any questions about this lesson, you can reach us on WhatsApp on 079 578 2908. Grade 12. The knowledge area for our discussion today is derived from tourism attractions. The topic is tourism attractions, and the subtopic is world famous icons and attraction. And please bear in mind that is the first part. This is part 1 of the famous world icons and attractions. Right, let's go on, grade 12 learners. Where will this topic be assessed? So the world famous icons and attractions will be assessed in section C of your final exam question paper, and it will be assessed in question 4 and in section A, question 1, that is your short questions. It is further assessed during control tests, in the skills assessment task, during the PET, as well as in the preliminary examination, and of course in the final examination, as I've mentioned. Here are your objectives for this lesson. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to, number 1, differentiate between tourist attraction and icons. Another objective, you must be able to explain reasons why specific tourism attractions are regarded as icons. Let's go back to the first bullet that says, differentiate between a tourist attraction and an icon. I want us to compare it with the second bullet that says, explain why specific tourism attractions are regarded as icons. And what this means for us is that an attraction can be an icon. An attraction can be an icon. And it says to us that not all the attractions are icons. So in other words, all the icons are attractions. By the mere fact that they attract tourists, they are regarded as icons. But not every single attraction that you come across is an icon. We'll see when we differentiate an icon from an attraction. One other objective is that you need to describe the economic significance or the economic importance of icons for a country or an area in which it is situated or located. You must also be able to understand the profile and statistics of the icons. You should be able to give or to outline the profile or certain characteristics or attributes that is attached to the attraction. You should be able also to account for the number of visitors, the statistics that is attached to the icon. So these are the expectations of what you need to know at the end of this discussion. Also, coupled with that, you need to also know the location of the icon, where it is situated, in which city, in which country, in which town or in which area, that you should be able to know. That should be a matter or an aspect of concern to you when you deal with world icons. You should be able to not only locate or give their position or situation, but their location in respect of the world map. So you need to know where they are positioned from your world map. That are the areas that we should be able to achieve at the end of the lesson. Here are your concepts that you should master by the end of this lesson. You should be able to know what an attraction is. You should be able to define and give an account for what an icon is. You must be able to profile your tourist icons. You need to give the numbers or the statistics in terms of arrival or in terms of number of visitors to a specific world icon. And lastly, you need to establish the economic value, the economic significance, the economic importance of the world icon. So these are your key concepts that should guide you when you look at your world icons. These are your key concepts. So for each of the icons that will be discussed here, you should be able to master how it is attached to a single concept that is given here. Now, as we move further, we are going to explore the difference between a tourist attraction and an icon. Now, we are going to compare and contrast an attraction as opposed to an icon. What is really, or what makes an attraction, or what makes a place or a thing an attraction, and what makes it an icon? That is the comparison that we are going to make here. And in terms of definition, an attraction could be anything that causes or that makes tourists to visit a destination. Anything that will attract tourists in that destination. So a destination refers to the city or town where an attraction is found. So I'm going to give an example. Say maybe you want to undertake a tour from Johannesburg to Cape Town. So you'll depart from Johannesburg and your destination will be Cape Town. So that is your end point. That is where your trip ends. That's where your tour ends. And within that destination, which is Cape Town in the example that I've given, you will find different attractions. And your attractions will be Table Mountain, will be ANV Waterfront, will be your Robben Island. Those are attractions found in your destination, and your destination, which is Cape Town. So I was just trying to distinguish between a destination and an attraction for you so that you go through this topic with open mind and understanding. So an attraction could be anything that causes or attracts tourists to visit a destination. That is number one by definition. Now, by definition, let us compare the first definition with the definition of what an icon is. Unlike an attraction, an icon, it is a significant feature. The word significant suggests it is an important feature of a country that makes that country famous, that makes that country well known all over the world. Not well known, not famous in that country or for citizens of that country alone, but for all the people around the world. So that makes an attraction an icon. A significant feature, that is your keyword, of a country that makes it famous all over the world. And this is a key phrase for you. Right, as we further distinguish between an attraction and a tourist, in the second bullet, it says it could be a town, a city, or a country that has many features. So that will be an attraction. It can be a town, a city, or a country that has many features. So South Africa is a country and has different attractions to offer for tourists. So it is itself can be referred to as an attraction. Towns like cities like Johannesburg can be regarded as an attraction for business tourists, for health tourists, because of different attractions that they have, that we have in the city. Right, as we further move down, an attraction can also be a natural or a game park or a place of natural beauty. So by the fact that it's a game park or offers the beauty of nature, that can be regarded as an attraction. An attraction can also be human made, can be made out of hands and craft of a human being. So we can have natural and man-made attractions. A global event also can be classified as an attraction. Global events such as the Soccer World Cup or the FIFA Soccer World Cup, the Olympic Games are examples of global events, and they are also regarded as attractions because they attract different tourists from all places around the world. An attraction may not be known all over a country. So it can be known for specific people in a country. Not everyone in particular must have knowledge of that attraction. So it is not well known, and in specific country, not all the citizens of that country will know the attractions or the different attractions that that particular country offers. Some are national, and some are provincial. So some here we are referring to attractions. So some attractions are of national importance, whereas some of them are just mere provincial attractions. So it depends on how best known or how well known an attraction is. Right. I've went through a number of bullets on the side of a tourist attraction. Now let us quickly reflect on an icon. An icon, as we assess bullet number 2, it is often of value to humans due to its unique characteristics. So your keyword here is unique. It offers characteristics or attributes that are of its own kind. The features that are found in that icon may not be found in any of the icons, in any of the world icons. It is specific to that particular icon. So at any given time, when we do icons, we are going to look at these unique characteristics. What separates a particular icon from the rest of the icon? And that is its unique characteristics. As we move further, icons are known and easily recognized globally, are well known, and they can be easily recognized by the global community, by everyone in the community, in the global community. So you speak of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It is well known, even if you have not visited the icon, but you hear of it. It is famous, and when you think of visiting France, that is the point where you'd want to see yourself visiting. So it is well known globally and can be easily recognized on pictures. As we move on, we're going to look into reasons why specific attractions are regarded as icons. Now, the attraction and icon reflects again why other attractions are regarded as icons, whereas other attractions are not given the status of being icons. They don't fit into the status of being regarded as icons. So we'll see why. Tourists will be able to explore unique features on their tour like icons. So here is our keyword again comes back. So tourists are able to see the unique characteristics, the unique features, what separates an icon from the rest of other icons. You can realize that game parks doesn't offer unique characteristics, because in one game park you see a lion, a zebra, and it is a characteristic to the rest of most of the game parks. So it's not a unique characteristic. That is a common characteristic. So here with an icon, we specifically focus on the unique features. So when you are to respond to questions based on icon, please start with giving the unique characteristics, and that will earn you a lot of marks, because the interest here is to look on what separates it, what differentiates it from the rest of the icons. So tourists would want to see and explore those unique characteristics. An icon is a significant feature of a country that makes it most famous, that makes the country famous. It is not only the icon that is famous, but the country within which an icon is found also ends popularity. It becomes popular by the mere fact that it has an icon within. Tourism attractions become famous when they are unique and of value to people, and that makes it an icon. When they are famous and are unique and they offer certain value to people, then such attraction qualifies to be named icons. Some are famous because people are amazed by them and interested in experiencing something different. I think we spoke much about something different, and this something that is different, which tourists want to explore, makes an attraction an icon. As we explore further the reasons why specific attractions are regarded as icons, tourists may also be interested in what an icon was created for, the reason for its creation. It's also an important aspect that makes an attraction an icon. Some icons are popular because they give people a sense of identity and belonging. So you identify people based on a specific feature that is in that country. And it gives them a sense of belonging. They identify themselves with a particular icon, and it gives them a sense of belonging. We'll further uh, explain this concept when we look at each of the specific icons that we will deliberate on as we move further. It interests people. So the it here we're referring to an icon. It interests people because of its ability to withstand destruction or a tragedy that led to its creation. So it stands against all odds. So that makes it a tourist icon because many people are interested in knowing how did the icon manage to withstand the destruction. It has existed for so many years. It is bad mouth because it is associated with tragedies or bad things surrounding its creation, or rather good things surrounding its creation, but still stands still to date. Now, one other important concept that we must look into is the economic significance of our icons or of our world icons. So it provides important value for foreign exchange because with an icon available in a country, valuable foreign exchange is earned from visiting tourists. By foreign exchange, we mean money in simpler terms. Money is earned from visiting tourists, and that is a valuable foreign exchange. We are referring to the profit that is made or that is earned from the visiting tourist. It also helps the country to increase revenue for the government is generated through taxes. So revenue or further money for the government within which an icon is found is generated through taxes. So a portion of profit goes into taxes for the receiving country or government, thus increasing its revenue. The economic significance of icon for a country or an area would be job and entrepreneurial opportunities. So people create their own businesses. People are encouraged to start their small businesses. So an entrepreneur, it's a one-man undertaking business. So it creates business opportunities for local people. It creates jobs for people to serve or to provide goods and services to the visiting tourist. So that is one economic importance of having an icon in a country. It also puts multiplier effect into motion. So multiplier effect is put in motion, meaning that the profit or the money that we get from the visiting tourist, it's only not used in tourism, but filtered down to other sectors of the economy. So when people visit an icon, they will need transport, they will need accommodation, they will need food and beverages. And those sectors, those economic sectors, those economic portions will have to employ local people to provide goods and services for those tourists, and they earn themselves salaries and wages. And with those salaries and wages, they pay for their other needs, like paying for their children's school fees, paying for building materials, paying for groceries, paying for health care. So the money that comes from tourism goes into other sectors of the economy, and that is referred to as multiplier effect, where everyone benefits. So the multiplier effect is propelled into motion. Improvements of infrastructure to benefit both local communities and the entire country. So when we have a tourism attraction or an icon, so it means we'll have to build roads to access such an attraction. We need to build good infrastructure like 5-star hotels. We need to build other forms of infrastructure like telecommunication networks to enable smooth booking to the facilities. So every other development program will be set in motion because of the availability of an icon in that specific area. So it helps to improve infrastructure, or it leads to the development of infrastructure for local communities and the entire country. Now, these are your prescribed icons for 2025. These are not the only icons, but for this academic year, grade 12 learners, you need to invest all your energy, all your focus to these 14 world icons listed on the slide here. The first one, the country in which these two icons are found is Israel. And in Israel, we are expected to study the Dome of the Rock as well as the Wailing Wall. these are your two icons, and their location or their country is Israel. The next one is the Parthenon, which is situated or located in Greece. This is the name of the country where it is found. The next icon is found in India, and it is the Taj Mahal. Grade 12, you should understand how I read the names of these icons. I read them in full as they are transcribed. With Dome of the Rock, I didn't say the Dome of the Rock. So it should be spelled as I have pronounced or announced this afternoon. It is Dome of the Rock. The second one, it's Wailing Wall. And if you go to Greece, you can see there is an article there, Parthenon. So please, as you respond to the question based on this icon, please call the name or write the name in full, including the article there, the Parthenon. India, you have the Taj Mahal, not Taj Mahal. In Turkey, you have the Blue Mosque, not Blue Mosque alone. In France, you have the Eiffel Tower, as well as French Riviera. So you don't have the article on French Riviera, but the Eiffel Tower, you have the article there. Please don't forget to include the article there. In Japan, you have Mount Fuji. In Mexico, you have the Chichen Itza or the Yucatan. This is the name of the icon, and it is found in Mexico. The next one is Petra, found in Jordan, and followed by Mount Everest, which is in Nepal. This is the country where it is located. And in Saudi Arabia, you have Mecca. And in Switzerland, you have the Swiss Alps, and also known as Jungfrau, Alps. And in Netherlands, you have windmills. These are your 14 icons for you to study in this academic year. These are the only 14 icons that you'll be tested against in all the assessments that we have alluded to earlier. That you will meet this in the final examination, in the skills assessment task, in the prelim exam, in the formal test that you'll be writing, and in the prelim, as well as in the practical assessment task that you'll be writing later in the year. Right. Let's look at the location of these icons on the world map. As shown here, these are your 14 icons, and the arrows here indicate the specific location of these icons on the map. If we look at the Eiffel Tower, it is located in France, and on the map, this is the location of France. So, other than that, still in France, you have the French Riviera just underneath, also in France, just underneath the Eiffel Tower. The next one is the Chichen Itza, which is in Mexico. Mexico is situated somewhere here in the northern American continent. That's where you'd find Mexico. And the icon that is prescribed for you in Mexico is the Chichen Itza. When we come this side, you have in Israel, in Greece, you'd have the Parthenon, and Greece. Also in Europe is found here. That's where the location of the Parthenon is on the map. And in Turkey, just also in the European continent, or in the continent of Europe, you'll find the Blue Mosque, and Turkey is somewhere here next to Greece. As you move further, you'll have Mount Fuji, which is found in Japan, and Japan is found in the Asian continent, in the continent Asia. So you'll also have Mount Everest, which is found in Nepal. Nepal is in India, and India is in the Asian continent as well. So you also have the Taj Mahal, also located in India, and India is located in the continent Asia, right? You also have the Mecca, which is found in Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is in the Middle East, just above Africa. So you also have the Petra, which is found in Jordan. Jordan is also in the Middle East, and also you have the Dome of the Rock, which is in Israel, also in the Middle East, and the Wailing Wall, also located in Israel. So the arrows point to the location of these icons on the map. So as you might be aware, in the Northern American continent, for you, you are prescribed to study only an attraction in Mexico, and it is the Chichen Itza, sorry. And in Europe, you have a couple of icons to study, from the windmills in Netherlands, the Swiss Alps in Switzerland. You also have in France, Paris, the Eiffel Tower. You also have the French Riviera. So these are European attractions or world icons. And also in Europe, you have in Greece the Parthenon, you have the Blue Mosque in Turkey, I'm sorry, and the rest are found in Asia, where you would have Mount Fuji in Japan, and you'd have Mount Everest in Nepal, which is India. You have the Taj Mahal also in India, which is the Asian continent. So the predominant continents, or the continents within which we find our attraction, is North America, you have Europe, and you have Asia. So 4 continents account for our attractions, and in listing them, we have North America, you have Europe, and you have Asia. Actually, it's 3 continents: Asia, Europe, and North America. Those are your 3 continents where your icons for this year are allocated. So now let's look into all the icons one by one. And remember, we are not going to do all the 14 at once today. We'll shelve the rest of the icons for the next presentation. So we'll do a few of them for today as part one, and part two will follow in the next session. The first one is the Dome of the Rock. So here is the picture of the Dome of the Rock, and here is the position on the map. So you are given the picture of the icon and the location on the map. And please identify with the picture. Make sure that whenever you see this picture, you associate it with this world icon. As you can see, there is a dome on top of the structure. And as we further explain the structure, we'll look into its location. It is situated in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is in Israel, and one historical characteristics of Jerusalem is that Jesus Christ was born in this city. The reason why it is an icon, it is one of the most greatest landmarks in Jerusalem, one of the holiest sites in the Islamic faith. So it makes it unique. And other aspect is it is one of the greatest landmarks. These are the reasons why it has become an icon. A description of the icon. If you are asked to explain this icon, it is the third most holy landmark for Muslims. So it is the third most holy landmark for Muslim. It is situated in the center of a large man-made platform known to the Jewish as the Temple Mount. It is located in the Temple Mount, which is a man-made feature, and the mosque protects a stone from where it is believed that Muhammad ascended to heaven. So this is one of the religious belief amongst the Muslim community, that the very mosque that we have reflected on the picture, the stone from where it is believed Muhammad rose to heaven. So these are the important attributes or characteristics when you describe the Dome of the Rock. Let's move further with the Dome of the Rock. It attracts this type of tourist, cultural tourist, religious tourist. Hence, we have attributed to the Muslim and Islamic religion. It also attracts leisure tourists, and lastly, tourists with special interest. Those are tourists who are interested to know much about the Islamic religion. So this is what you can say in explaining the Dome of the Rock. Grade 12 learners, let's take a 3 minutes break, and when we come back, we'll explore more tourist icons or universal icons that are prescribed for us in 2025. Let's take a 3 minutes break. Grade 12 plans. Welcome back, grade 12 learners. Remember to WhatsApp your queries, your questions on this WhatsApp number 079 578 2908, and all the clarities you seek will be provided for. Right. The next icon is the Wailing Wall. The Wailing Wall has this as its famous picture, as you can see here, and another picture. There is a snapshot inside the map to indicate its actual coordinates, its actual location, as you normally say. So this is another icon, and it starts with the article there. Please don't forget to mention the Wailing Wall, not just Wailing Wall. It is located in the country Israel. The city is also Jerusalem. So what you should bear in mind is that there are two icons in Israel, in the Parthenon, as well as the Wailing Wall, and all of them are situated in the city of Jerusalem. The reason why it is regarded as an icon, it is one of the holiest cities of Judaism. The first one was for the Islams, and it is the holiest place for the Muslim community. So this one is holiest for another religion, that is Judaism. 1,000 of Jewish people undertake their pilgrimage every year. A pilgrimage is a long journey. So most of the people who are the Jews visit or take a long pilgrimage to go and see this. And we have a local example of this pilgrimage with the ZCC Church. People will be flocking to Moriah over the Easter holidays, and that is some kind of a pilgrimage. People across the 9 provinces will be heading towards Moriah. So that is a religious long journey. A pilgrimage, it's a journey. It's a long journey to a specific attractions. So here we are told thousands of Jewish people will undertake their pilgrimage at certain period of the year to visit the Wailing Wall. So if you are asked to describe the Wailing Wall, it is a holy landmark for Jewish people. It repeats itself here. It is believed to be part of the remains of King Solomon's temple. So this is one other unique feature. So in the Bible, you are told of King Solomon, who had many wives, and he had a temple, and this King Solomon remains of this temple. That's where you would find this icon, this world icon, the Wailing Wall. The Jewish people pray at the wall. As you can see from the picture, they are kneeling and praying on this Wailing Wall, which we say it is the remain of the temple of King Solomon. Right. As we move further to assess another attraction icon, or rather, let's look at the types of tourists that visit the Wailing Wall. Is both cultural and religious. You have leisure tourists and special interest. So some of the tourists would want to learn more about the Jewish people, and they can find information over there. Cultural is part of the Jewish people to undergo such a pilgrimage, such a long trip to the Wailing Wall, as they honor their cultural value. Religious, they go there to pray, and some of them just for leisure purposes. So these are type of tourists that you can link to the Wailing Wall. So another attraction is the Parthenon, and this is the structure and the picture, and this is the map portraying or showing where the Parthenon is, and we said it is in Greece, which is in Europe, the Parthenon location is in the city of Athens, and the name of the country is Greece. And the reason why it is an icon, it has an outstanding Greek art sculptures. So it tells you that the unique Greek art creations that you, if you want to experience that, go to the Parthenon, and you'll find all those kind of art presented by the remains of the Parthenon. It is a symbol of ancient Greek civilization. So if we say ancient, we're referring to something that is very old or that has existed for many years. And this icon, Parthenon, symbolize the ancient Greek civilization. Description: it is a rectangular structure. It's a four-sided structure with many tall columns or pillars. Pillars, are anchors that are placed in building to give support to the structure, to give support to the roof. It has a massive ivory structure of Athena and many treasures and work art. So treasures are some of the things that we want to keep, some of the things that we want to preserve. And so such Greek treasures are found at the Parthenon, and it has an ivory statue of Athena. Athena, it's one of the wives of the kings to have ever existed in Greece. So it represents one of the statues, or it has such an ivory statue of Athena. The Parthenon attracts tourists from these three backgrounds: cultural, religious, as well as educational. So hence it is one of the symbol of the Greek ancient civilization. So it gives you all the history. It gives you all the cultures, and it's also linked to religion. The next one is the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is located in India, and the continent is Asia, and it is found in the city called Agra. The Taj Mahal, as we said, is located in Agra, and the country is India, whereas the continent is Asia. So the reason why it is an icon, it is regarded as an architectural masterpiece and one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. A masterpiece suggests that it cannot compare with other kind of building. A great effort has been put in place to come with this kind of architecture, this kind of a structure. So it is very unique in its creation. So another reason why it is an icon, it is one of the new seven wonders of the world. So it is a wonderful piece of architecture created in India, in the city of Agra. And it is one of the seven wonders of the world. If you are to describe it, it is constructed with a white marble. This is the material that was used to build the structure. It was built by the Indian ruler as a symbol of his everlasting love for his deceased wife. So it was built in honor of an Indian ruler, in honor of his late queen. It attracts cultural, religious, as well as leisure tourists. As you might be aware, it is a church. So the Blue Mosque is one other attraction. It is situated in Turkey, and this is the picture or the structure as you can see it, and you'll differentiate it, or what makes it unique is this tall points that you can see here, 6 of them in number, and a dome-shaped structure on the top. It is located in Turkey, that is the country, and the continent is Europe, and the city is Istanbul. So the reason why it is an icon, it has impressive and outstanding architecture as well. So in terms of architecture or the art of creating this, it is very outstanding and impressive. The description, it has a cascading dome decorated with ceramic blue tiles on the inside. So these are the key features that we look for, the cascading dome, and it is decorated with ceramic blue tiles. The name originates from the blue tiles inside the mosque. So hence the name is Blue Mosque, emanating from the blue tiles that are found all over the inside of the mosque. It has 6 tall minarets we have alluded to from the picture. Sorry about that. So these are the 6 minarets that we have alluded to. The Blue Mosque will attract cultural, religious, leisure, and special interest like the other ones. So these are the type of tourist it has attracted. The next one is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower, this is the structure or the picture. It is situated in France and the city is Paris. So the continent, it's Europe. It is located in Paris, that is the name of the city, and Paris is found in the country France, and France is found in the continent Europe. The reason why it is an icon, it is one of the most recognized structure in the world. So it is well known all over the world. In describing it, it is a 300-meter high structure made of iron. It is a freestanding metal framework with openings and known as lattices. So these openings are referred to as lattices. It would attract the cultural, the gap year tourist, the leisure tourist, as well as backpackers. So these are the type of tourists that it attracts. The French Riviera, also found in France, in the continent of Europe. It is alongside the Mediterranean coastline. If you know the Mediterranean Sea, it is along that coastline and it is in France. The reason why it is an icon, it is a spectacular coastline with many top resorts associated with the rich and the famous. So it is a place known for rich and famous people, and it looks most spectacular or fantastic with many top resorts and where the rich and the famous people normally visit. It is approximately 115 kilometers long on the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea. We have already alluded to that. It has sunny climate, sandy beaches, extravagant hotels, restaurants, and many golf courses. Extravagant here meaning that it has expensive hotels where people who want to waste money will accommodate themselves or book themselves in such hotels. It is known for its yachting and cruising. These are the activities along this icon, the French Riviera. It will attract leisure tourists, gap year, and backpacking type of tourists. And let's now look into what activities to test our knowledge are. So the first activity for the day, it says study the icons below and answer the questions that follow. As you can see here, you have your Wailing Wall, and you have the Parthenon, and you have Dome of the Rock, you have the French Riviera, you have the Blue Mosque, you have what we call the Taj Mahal. So these are your 6 icons given. As you can see, I've named them prior to seeing the question. So this is what you should always do, because we would expect the questions on naming these attractions. So you should try to establish their name before you could even see the question. It says identify icons A to F in the pictures above. Write only the name of the picture, write only the name of the icon next to the letter in the answer book. For example, G, the Great Wall of China. So here are the pictures. I'm sure you are able to recollect which one it's A, B, C, D, E, and F. So number A is the Wailing Wall, number B, the Parthenon, number C, the Dome of the Rock, the Blue Mosque at number D, and E is the Eiffel Tower, and the last one is the Taj Mahal. So these are your 6 attractions, and here are the responses for activity 1, question 4.1.1 for 6 marks. Still on activity number 1, 4.12 says explain the difference between an icon and attraction. So you should differentiate between an icon and an attraction. So here are the explanations. An icon, the country is associated with an icon, or an icon symbolizes a country. So at some points, when you see the Eiffel Tower, you identify with the country or the city. You will just say, oh, they are talking about France. So the country is associated with the icon, or it symbolizes, an icon symbolizes a country, and that will earn you 2 marks. And as we further give the features of an icon, you'd say it receives millions of tourists a year. So it is the most visited place in 1 year. High revenue generator, it generates a lot of income for both the people and the country or government. It increased publicity for the icon and the country, so it is well known. It makes a country or such an icon very public or very well known. And lastly, it must have unique features, so that makes it an icon. And remember, the question says you need to give the difference between an icon and an attraction. So this is what differentiates an icon from the attractions. So coming to an attraction, it attracts visitors to the area. It may be an icon, it may not be. So an example here, Table Mountain attracts visitors. The Kruger National Park does attract visitors, and all those are regarded as attractions, not icons. It is lesser known by the rest of the world. Not everyone in the world knows about an attraction, attracts fewer tourists, whereas the icon receives a large or a huge number of tourists. So these are your responses for question 4.1.2. 4.1.3, it says, describe two unique features of each of the icons below. Two unique features of each of the icons below. Right. So that is A, icon B for 4 marks. B, icon D also for 4 marks. So the question one to you to give two features for this icon, which is number B, the Parthenon, and it also wants you to give two unique features for icon D, for icon number D. So let us look at these two unique characteristics, these two unique features of these icons. Number B, as we said, is the Parthenon. It is found in Athens, Greece. The Parthenon is reigns of temple on top of Acropolis, a hill in Athens. That is one unique characteristic. It is temple on top of Acropolis, a hill in Athens. So that gives you the proper location, and the fact that it's located on top of a hill makes it unique. It is a building characterized by pillars or columns. So as you can see, there are pillars, and these pillars are shaped like columns. Originally built as a temple, it was also used as a treasure or a fortress, a church, and a mosque. It was built in honor of the Greek goddess Athena. I think we have explained this during the time when we were looking at the icon itself. So these are the two attributes needed, but on the guide, we have two more to choose from. So we have asked you to question, to give features of icon B. And as we look into icon D, which is the Blue Mosque, it is found in Istanbul, Turkey. It is a mosque with impressive interior designs. The roof is unique with a small dome surrounding the bigger dome. So there is the big dome, and this bigger dome is surrounded by a small one. So these are your 2 points, and you get your 4 marks. But as we explore further the Blue Mosque in terms of unique features, there are 6 minarets or small towers at the Blue Mosque. So this is what makes it also unique. The name comes from the blue ceramic tiles on the inside wall. So these are the the 4 unique features of the Blue Mosque, which is located in Istanbul. Let's move to another activity. 4.14. Discuss in paragraph why icon E is considered the most visited icon in France. So icon E is your Eiffel Tower, and in your paragraph, you must include the following. One unique feature of the icon, as well as one economic benefit. So you're going to write a paragraph focusing on one unique feature and one economic benefit. So this is the guideline that you must follow. Right. One unique feature of icon E is that it is a landmark in the city of Paris. It is a symbol of France. That means that whenever you see the Eiffel Tower, what crops into your mind first is the country France. So hence, we would accept an answer like this one. It is a symbol of France. So meaning that when you see it, you know for a fact it represents France. Whenever they want to promote anything in France, it will always be featured. It is one of the most recognized structures in the world. It is well known universally. Everybody or many people know about the structure or the Eiffel Tower. It is also used to be the tallest structure in the world, and it is 324 meters high. It is one of the tallest structures in the world and measuring this height. The entire tower is built from iron. It's made of iron. The whole structure, the only material that was used was iron. The whole of Paris can be seen from the top of the Eiffel Tower. So you can view the entire city of Paris. There is a radio antenna on the top of the tower. So there is a radio reception area on top of the structure to give a good reception. One economic benefit of the icon, remember, we're looking at one unique feature. So all named there were the unique features of the Eiffel Tower. Now let us look at the economic benefit of the icon for France. It brings about high revenue and foreign currency earning. So it attracts a lot of people and they bring a lot of money in local and foreign currency. The contribution to the country's GDP is immense. So it brings about or it promotes the country's growth domestic product. So there is an increase or a marked increase in the GDP of France because of the Eiffel Tower. It has created more job opportunities for people of France. People have got themselves jobs for different sections or in different sections of the Eiffel Tower, some as cleaners, some as cashiers, some as guides. So all the different job opportunity that are offered there, it's one of the economic advantage of having the Eiffel Tower. It also created more entrepreneurial opportunities. So most businesses mushroomed around the Eiffel Tower because of its existence. So you'd have a restaurant around, you'd have clothing shops, you'd have all kind of businesses operating within the proximity of the Eiffel Tower. Increased visitor numbers to France. So most of the people will visit France because of just the mere existence of the Eiffel Tower. They all want to see the Eiffel Tower. Those are the economic benefits of the Eiffel Tower found in Paris, France. Grade 12, that put us to an end of our discussion for World Icons Part 1. So the next lesson will be on the 10th of April, that is in term 2, just a week after the recess, and it will be live from 14 hours to 15:30, and we'll continue with the same topic, but we'll look into remaining icons, remaining famous world icons. So it will be your world icons part 2. So we have today tried to explain the important concepts that you need to master in respect of the topic world icons. Also today, as we recap, we have also looked into the difference between an attraction and an icon. We have also looked into what makes an attraction an icon, and we also have looked into the 6 first icons of the 14 prescribed for 2025, and we have looked them with reference to the following aspects: the location, that is in terms of the country, the city where it is located. We have also referred to the icon in terms of its economic significance. We have also located the icon with regard to its location on the map, and those are the aspects that we looked into pertaining to the icon. And coupled with that, we have also looked at the unique features that makes it an icon. So the 6 icons that we have assessed today, we have looked into their location, we have looked into their description and their unique features. That's in short what we have been discussing today, and we'll continue with our discussion on the 10th of April, that is term 2, as we look into the more 8 remaining icons. With that said, grade 12 learners, please study them hard, know every single feature about these icons. Until we meet again, I would like to thank you so much for being my guest. Thank you.